Hello, Rax-Stars. How you doing? Next up is Season 1, Episode 7, called Dragonshy. Without further ado, let's start watching. Wait a minute. She just fed them worms. Is that...
You really should eat more than that, don't you think?
Angel Bunny.
It's not playtime yet.
Why did she get like all embarrassed when she fed them
Three
worms?
more bites. 2 more bites. 1 more bite. Pretty please. Oh, goodness. Are you okay? Are you coughing because there's a carrot stuck in your throat? Because you need some water?
Kind of reminds me of like Bugs Bunny soundtrack a little bit. That little piece there.
Black smoke.
I like the little
Take that as a
curlies in the smoke.
my little pony.
Skipping that.
Help! Help! Please! Help! There's a horrible cloud of smoke.
Is that Lyra back there?
Headed this way and... Don't be such a
Rainbow
scaredy
Dash always
cat.
showing off.
It's just me, future Equestria ball bouncing record holder. 6,
Butt strike.
This calls for a celebration! No, Pinkie Pie. This is no time for celebration. This is a time for panic. For... I'm gonna need balloons! One for every pony in Ponyville!
That's a lot.
Smoke, and where there's smoke, there's fire. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, wait, 7,
Has it ever happened to you?
5. Now we have to start over. We're all
Someone just starts
start over.
making numbers while you're trying to count something and cause you to lose distraction. Or
Oh, please, this is an emergency. I need every pony to... Listen up! Smoke is spreading over all of Equestria. Whoa! That's what I've been trying to... But don't worry. I've just received a letter from Princess Celestia informing me that it is not coming from a fire. Oh, thank goodness. It's coming from a dragon. Dragon? What in the name of all things cinnamon swirl is a full-grown dragon doing here in Equestria? Sleeping. Huh? According to Princess Celestia, he's taking a nap. His snoring is what's causing all the smoke. He should really see a doctor. That doesn't sound healthy at all. Well, at least he's not snoring fire.
can you imagine
What
it?
are we meant to do about it? I'll tell you what we're meant to do. Give him the boot to get...
Nice pose there, Rainbow Dash.
Encourage him to take a nap somewhere else. Princess Celestia has given us
Tail
a
was
message
kept on,
that
like,
we must
twitching.
not fail. If we do, Equestria will be covered in smoke for the next 100 years.
Yes.
Talk about getting
100
really
years.
sleepy. All right, every pony. I need you to gather supplies quickly. We've got a long journey ahead of us. Let's meet back here in less than an hour. Okay, girls, you heard it. The fate of Equestria is in our hands. Do we have what it takes? Oh, we can do it. Yeah, we can do it. Actually.
Kind of reminds me of like an A-team montage thing. You know, all prepping for the battle or the journey. You'd see like little splash names like warrior, or like flyer, spy, you know, kind of thing. Like big bold letters. Fashionista.
Much better. Onward!
I guess that would be equivalent of like Face Man from A-Team.
Let's go! Let's not.
Aw.
All right, girls, listen up. I'm mapping out the fastest route.
Troops all in ready in order.
We expect to make it up the mountain by nightfall.
Oh, one's out of line.
The dragon is in that cave at the very top. Looks pretty cold up there. You bet it is. The higher you go, the chillier it gets. Good thing I brought my scarf. Ooh, pretty.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that'll keep you nice and cozy.
That mountain also looks very steep, very angular. I don't see how you'd actually technically would be able to climb it.
I know you're busy, but well, we could go this way. But if I could just have a second. No, we want to avoid that.
Wonder what that is.
So, I was thinking that maybe I should just stay here and pull it out. Oh, good. I'll stay here. Wait, you have to come. You're way with.
Have you ever had that happen where you're like reading something, you just kind of agree, and people kind of say something to make you, you know, like, oh, wait, what?
You can count on me. Hey, wait! I don't really think he's up to the task.
Poor Spike.
Maybe. But. Are you sure you want Fluttershy to come along? I mean, that pony's afraid of her own shadow. She's just gonna slow us down. Oh, she's just a little nervous. Once we get going, I'm sure she'll be fine.
Just to emphasize the point. Proverbial eyeballs in the bush. What was that about? You're coming whether you like it or not, Fluttershy.
What was that? That is what it sounds like when a dragon snores. It's so high. Well, it is a mountain. I'm gonna fly up there and check it out.
Ow.
Hold on now. I think we should all go up together. Safety in numbers and all. Oh, all right.
Nice face.
I hear the only thing that sparkles more than the dragon's scales are the jewels they use to build their nests. Ooh.
How is that possible? Look at that angle. You can't walk that angle.
Welcome to my cave, Birdie. Care for a diamond?
Ah, Pinky.
Girls, this is no laughing matter.
It kind of is a little bit.
You're the expert on wild creatures. What do you think the dragon will be like?
Nope.
Fluttershy? Hey, what are you waiting for? An invitation? Ooh, I think I have one in my bag. It's so steep. Well, it is a cliff.
It's probably a sizable one.
I don't know, fly up here?
Very true.
Come on, Fluttershy, you can do it. Flap those wings. Okay.
Crippling fear. Happens to Allows. I think that's why Allows can relate to her.
We don't have time for this. What are you doing? I'll need this if I'm going to take her around the mountain another way.
Nice map.
Around the mountain? That's going to take them.
Yeah, see, now that's how you would probably slide down something that steep. Maybe even lose a little bit of control.
Don't worry, Twilight. We'll be there lickety-split.
There are some animals that do that. They feign death, but when they're so scared like that.
That's 35 games in a row.
Oh.
S1ep7. We made it. Told you it was going to
Rainbow Dash flying upside down. You get Applejack credit. She literally dragged her all the way up that cliff. That must have been tough.
Your turn, Fluttershy. But it's so wide. Come on, Fluttershy. We should be much farther along by now. You could just leap on over. I don't know. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's just a hop, skip, and a jump. See? It's not very far. Just a little rock. You can make it if you try with a hop, skip, and jump. We don't have time for
The one who doesn't have wings or magic is jumping this.
Okay, here I go. That's it, you got it. There. Yep. Just don't look down.
Oh, never is the only one to not look down. You could have walked across that. Literally could have walked over that.
Got to jump. Let's keep it down. According to my map, we're entering an
How is she scared of heights if she can fly? I mean, I know she's scared now, but normally she'd be flying even casually. Height should not be an issue. Emphasize how quiet it is. The one time she's loud. Oh, those trees look very precarious. Oh. This is actually very dangerous. Nice save. They literally could have been smushed. Like, this was actually very deadly. And just...
This is why a girl always packs extra accessories. Oh, please tell me I brought the tiara that goes with this.
Tiara.
Think we got bigger problems in making sure our hair bows match our horseshoes.
Hair bows and horseshoes. Make that a song. Hair bows and horseshoes.
Oh, no big
Hair bows. Sounds like Applejack.
Yeah,
Hair bows.
We'll just have to climb over.
Nope. Well, they got down faster.
My apologies. Not your fault.
Oh.
Still think it was a good idea to bring Fluttershy along? We're about to find out. We're here. Rainbow Dash, you'll use your wings to clear the smoke. Rarity and Pinkie Pie, you'll create a diversion to distract the dragon if things get a little hairy in there. Applejack,
Whatever that is.
with the apples in case he decides to attack us.
How about them apples?
But it shouldn't come to that, because Fluttershy will do what she needs to do to wake him up. And between the two of us, we
Hey,
should
she
be
got
able
two
to
more.
get him to understand why he needs to go. Is every pony ready?
By the way, I keep on looking because it's nice and windy and rainy out there.
So, what is the best way to
Always
make
rain
the
here.
dragon without upsetting him? Fluttershy?
Nope, times two.
Come on. Come on.
Hostage?
We have to do this. Now. Every second longer that dragon.
She must be pretty strong to be able to withstand them. I mean, full force.
I can't go in the cave. Oh, great.
I'll be right back. I'm going to pause for a moment.
I'm not.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's continue. Just think about it. She had to be very strong to be able to withstand them all. I mean, they all put all their effort into it. She didn't budge.
What? I'm scared of dragons. But
Oof.
Fluttershy, you have a wonderful talent dealing with all kinds of animals. Yes, because they're not dragons. Oh, come on! We've seen you walk right up to a horrible manticore like it was nothing. Yes, because he wasn't a dragon. Spike is a dragon. You're not scared of him. Yes, because he's not a huge, gigantic, terrifying, enormous, teeth-gnashing, sharp-scale, having horn-wearing, smoke-snoring, could-eat-a-pony in one bite, totally all grown-up dragon. But if you're so afraid of dragons, why did you say something before we came all the way up here? I was afraid to. All of us are scared of that dragon. I'm not. Almost all of us are scared of that dragon. But we've got a job to do. So get in there with Twilight and show her what you're made of. I just can't. Oh, Fluttershy. I'm going in. He probably just doesn't realize what he's doing. Right? Yeah. Sure. You say so.
Not impressed, I guess.
Sparkle and my friends and I are residents here in Equestria. Ponyville, to be exact. We've come here to ask that you find another spot to take your nap. It's just that you seem to be doing an awful lot of snoring, and every time you do, you send out a terrible cloud of smoke. Equestria simply can't survive 100 years in a dark haze.
100
You
years.
understand, don't you?
Perfectly reasonable.
So you'll find another place to sleep?
Yeah.
So much for persuading him. Now what? Obviously, this situation just calls for a little pony charm. Allow me, girls. I'm so sorry to interrupt. But I couldn't possibly head back home without mentioning what handsome scales you have. Then those scales have to be hidden away in some silly cave for 100 years? Personally, I think you should skip the snoozing and be out there showing them off. Obviously, I would be more than happy to keep an eye on your jewels while you're gone.
Ooh, yeah. Almost. You...
I was this close to getting that diamond. You mean getting rid of that dragon?
Oops.
Yeah, sure. What in tarnation?
See, that's close too.
Darling,
Just
you look
a little bit.
ridiculous. Exactly.
Thank you.
That's a surefire way to get someone on your side.
Not even a chance.
Apparently he doesn't like laughing. Or sharing. All right, that's it. We've tried persuasion, charm, whatever it is Pinkie Pie does. It's time to stop wasting time. I'm going in. Rainbow, no.
Grandma Dash the Brave.
Get out. Sorry.
Nice bowling pin reference. Oof.
How dare you?
There you go.
How dare you! Listen here, mister. Just because you're big doesn't mean you get to be a bully. You may have huge teeth and sharp scales and snore, smoke, and breathe fire, but you do not, I repeat, you do not hurt my friend! You got that?
You got an eyeball.
Well,
But that rainbow wanted to me.
No apologies.
I'm very sorry about that. But you're bigger than she is, and you should know better. You should also know better than to take a nap where your snoring can become a health hazard to other creatures.
But I
Don't you, but I mean, mister. Now, what do you have to say for yourself? I said, what do you have to say for yourself?
Now, to be fair, he didn't breathe fire or anything like that, just smoke. So it could have been a lot worse. If you can breathe fire.
No need to cry. You're not a bad dragon. You just made a bad decision. Now go pack your things. You just need to find a new place to sleep. That's all.
Really emphasize the size difference.
You did it! I knew you could do it.
Now, I'm going to assume that for like a half second he flew in, grabbed all his treasure, put it into like a pouch, and then flew away. Because he would never just leave his treasure alone like that. Even with that.
Come back here! Go!
Why was he grabbing that?
Fluttershy put up with you furry little things! Take a letter. With pleasure. Dear Princess Celestia, I am happy to report that the dragon has departed our fair country, and that it was my good friend Fluttershy who convinced him to go. This adventure has taught me to never lose faith in your friends. They can be an amazing source of strength.
Very
and
true.
can help you overcome even your greatest fears. Always your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle. Twilight, you gotta come see this. She's just 5 away from a new pony record. 347, 348. Dragon!
Getting with that scared goat thing.
Why are you laughing? The Uncle Dragon is back.
Ah, Pinky.
Pinkie Pie, you scared me. I mean, you broke my concentration.
Sure you did.
It's okay, Rainbow Dash. Not every pony can be as brave as me.
You know, looking through these credits, it's really inspiring. There's so many people that work to make this production. I mean, you notice it's more than just one animator. It's a team. It's not just one person. You know, you think about it all the time. That, yep, give credit's due. Where it's not just one person animating all the cells. It's actually various people like doing the background, doing all these different things, and it all comes together. And I think it's a really cool thing to see a bunch of people making a show and taking pride of it. But let's go back to this. This episode really did a really decent job of expanding on Fluttershy's personality, her traits. And I think a lot of people can relate to this particular episode, this specific one, because as with anything that's entertainment on TV and film, a lot of people live vicariously through the characters that they watch. Like, I think a lot of people do have or experienced crippling fear at one point. And it could be like social anxiety. It could be a situation like public speaking, or even asking someone out on a date, making a friend. There's plenty of people that have been there. I can relate to part of this as well. I'm not going back into my history, my past on this, but there's certain aspects that can really relate to on this, because there's a lot of similarities of how one deals with a situation where, you know, you're facing a fear and you just freeze up. I mean, physically your body freezes up where you can't move, or you're breathing harder or something. And even if you wanted to, when Fluttershy says, "I just can't," I think a lot of people are nodding. It's like, yeah, I understand that. I've been there before. Because even you can have the best intentions, but just you have built into this framework of your life this fear of something that even physically prevents you from doing something. I equate it to this. I think a lot of the fears that we have are not just inherent. They're built upon us from when we were younger, from a social framework that's been given to us. You know, like, don't touch this, don't eat that, don't do this. If you do, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, all this stuff's going to happen. And being a kid, when you hear these things, you're terrified, like, oh, I guess I won't do this. Now, as you get older as an adult and you start experiencing things, you realize, well, it's not as big as I thought, but that psychological connection to it is still there. It's like this. You're a kid, you touch a stove that's hot, you know, it's on, it's hot, boom, tss, ow. Lesson learned. You're like, ow, that's hot, I will never do that again. But you know of it, you know how it feels, you know what it does, and it's an experience, but you will learn never to touch a stove again. And even then, you know exactly what to experience. But if you're told, like, if a parent tells you, don't touch a stove, it'll burn your hand. Now you're afraid of a stove, or you say, okay, I'm not going to do it. Now, then you start seeing pictures of like burn victims and all this stuff, and I won't get into details, but you may have a psychological image of your head of what it would be like if you accidentally touched a stove. But is it based on reality? No, because you haven't actually experienced it. It's not a lessened experience, it's just a lesson learned. And that's why I think especially in this day and age, there's a lot of preventing kids from being exposed to things for fear of getting hurt. But what's hurting you more, the 1 second slight touch of a stove where you're like, ow, or years and years and years of not even, being afraid of a stove to even cook things or clean things. Like, oh, I don't want to cook too close because or clean it, because if I clean near the burner, I'm going to burn myself. Like, well, yeah. But if you've actually touched it, you know what it feels like. Well, you can kind of tell when you get close, like, oh, okay, let me just get away. And that's it. And you just move on. But the social aspect of it, saying, oh, I can't do this. What if you would be a great cook, but you never did because you've always been afraid of it? I know there's extremes, but there are people that live through extreme situations just from a psychological lesson or social lesson that they learned as a kid. Even if it's unintentional, everyone could have the best motivations, like, oh, I just don't want my kid to get hurt. Great, but what's really causing more injury? The 1 second hit, or the years and years of not being able to expose to something that they may like just because of the fear of touching a stove. And I think crippling fear in this situation, especially one that flies, of just locking up, body freezes, fall because they can't move, they can't budge. Because when Fluttershy is relaxed, she can fly. She can do all sorts of things and it wouldn't be an issue. And I'm kind of surprised that height was an issue, because even the only thing I could equate that to is just the fear of what she's going up against, and it's not the actual height. It's just the fear is kind of overwhelming her throughout her whole being, and I can understand that. You're not afraid of the height, you're not afraid of the cliff, you're not afraid of all that stuff, but you're afraid of the dragon that's constantly on your mind, and it's superseding everything. And we all have our dragons. We all have our scenarios where we don't want to confront because we just can't handle it. And there is truth in that friends can really help. Per example, if you're single and you're trying to date someone, it's a lot harder to go on your own to try to find someone than having a buddy, a wingman, someone that says, hey, I'll hang out with you, we can just have fun, we'll go out. If we meet someone, and we don't, at least we have fun. At least we go out to see a movie or get something to eat or something like that. Just do something fun. That way there's no pressure. If you meet someone, fine. If you don't, and I think that's a really good lesson, especially now, especially with social media, cell phones, smartphones, apps like instant messengers and stuff that keep us away from other people. If we just got a bunch of friends together and went out, go to a concert, there'd be so much more learned just from that experience versus being told you can't do that, you shouldn't do that. And I think there's a lot of injury that's being involved, psychological injury from these innocent lessons. So this is actually a very good episode for us watching it, for those that made it, for the messages that they're trying to send, and just for good entertainment. Well, thank you for listening. And if you just came across this, like, hey, I don't really know much about the show, but I heard of you, or I saw this clip, or I saw your picture, and let me just check it out. I've never seen the show before. If you start liking it, please subscribe, comment, do all the typical YouTube stuff. But please leave an actual comment. Say what you like and don't like, because I'm here to entertain you. I'm here to give my fresh perspective of someone that's a little bit older but still young at heart. That's such a weird thing to say, young at heart. It's you're just young, okay? Young at heart just sounds like you're old trying to pretend to be young. That's stupid. Because you are who you are. Everyone is who they are. But if you're new, stop on by. Say what you like, and if you see something that could be fixed in the channel, tell me so I can tweak it better. Obviously, I'm not just doing reviews and such. I have a variety of things here. I'm just trying to grab my niche audience, but you are my audience. This is going to be my family. So, hey, tell me what you think. Anyways, have a wonderful day and have a very peaceful, joy-filled day. If you like the rain, that's kind of where I'm at. But if it's nice and sunny, Just go out there, look at the sky, or look at the stars, and just start thinking about things. Sometimes you get a lot out of it. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed yourself.